Hi, I'm Sharon Den Adel, and you're listening to 89 FM Radio Rock.
Fala galera, beleza? Eu sou o Wendell Correia e hoje eu vou conversar com a Sharon, vocalista da banda Within Temptation, banda holandesa, que acabou de lançar uma nova música chamada Shed My Skin. Vou trocar ideia com ela sobre essa música, sobre outras músicas que ela lançou durante a pandemia, álbum novo, turnê, vão voltar a fazer shows também. Tudo isso com exclusividade para 89 Rádio Rock. How are you, Sharon, these crazy years we're living in?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm actually okay. You know, I'm going to do my first show actually in 2 years, the day after tomorrow. So yay! I'm happy. Finally.
And how do you expect the audience? Do you think the people are gonna be even crazier than before?
I think so, yes. I think people will be needing to let out those 2 years of being sitting at home, of course. We're going to Finland, which is normally a very more of an audience mostly that is more, you know, enjoying music in themselves, so not very expressive. But I think for the Finnish people, they will be more expressive than ever, probably.
Are you preparing anything special for these shows?
Well, we had to, it's only one show in the whole year that we're going to do probably. So we had to prepare everything new again because the fact that was, well, we had nothing prepared because we didn't know if the show was going to be happening or not. So we made a set list, we did a light show, but we also had like a combination of pieces of stage that we had to put together because it was a bit of chaotic in a way, but it's going to be a cool stage anyway. It's going to be a very unique one again, because we had to combine stuff.
I can imagine. Also the aftermath show, a virtual show. How was that experience?
A bit weird, but cool at the same time because it's a new technology, and as we love to explore new things, I think it's going to be something that will become really big in the future. It's going to be a new platform, to my opinion. But it was strange because of the fact that we had to play in a green screen, of course, around us with no audience and play live. And then, of course, it was pre-recorded. That is the fact. But it was more like that was a bit strange altogether. But it was fun as well because we could do something that really comes closer to what we do normally live. And that really felt good.
Do you tend to use some of these virtual shows on live shows as well?
If the possibilities are there to do so, yes, maybe we can use some of the things that we have, but that we have to still explore. I don't actually know. We have to. I didn't think about that, but maybe, if possible, yes.
And talking about that, I've noticed that a lot of fans are asking about on your social media if the aftermath show will be released as DVD, Blu-ray, or something like that.
I'm not sure yet because the fact that we. Well, that's something we're going to decide on if we're going to maybe do something with it in the next month, probably. We have to reevaluate what we're going to do with it. I'm not sure yet because DVD is not something that, for instance, in most countries, DVDs are not being sold anymore. It's really, so it's maybe something that's really for Brazil, and maybe we should do it for Brazil. I don't know, but maybe there's some other countries. But we can also do it for YouTube or something else where we released also the show. So we have to see what we're going to do, how we're going to do this.
And talking about the new song "Shed My Skin," what means this song for you?
It really means like becoming who you need to be in life, actually, and. There comes a certain point in your life when you are fed up with all the things that people think and say, and you say, okay, you know, this is it. I'm really going to do who I need to be and become who I need to be without being afraid of being rejected or being, the people that doesn't care anymore. You can't please anyone. And at a certain age, you realize that. And then it's really time to shed that skin, I think.
And the song was written during pandemic?
Yes, it was written in the pandemic, like the other two as well, like The Purge and Entertain You. And we are really storytellers, so it's always about things that you see in the world and in society and in your own circle of friends, things that happen, and you try to transform that in a certain way into the songs.
And how was the process of writing and recording Shed My Skin?
It was, well, we have written the song we did quite some time to write the song because we weren't happy with the verse, so we had to rewrite it a few times. We had a lot of options all of a sudden, and then we had to choose between favorites. So we had another problem, and then we loved the song because it has a certain energy to it. It's really empowering and almost like an anthem kind of song, I feel. And then we felt like, okay, maybe it's cool to, we were very much inspired by the new core bands around, because that was really a new influence for us. We had never tried that before, to use those flavors in our music. And then we felt like maybe we can ask somebody to do duet, because we had finished the lyrics and the music already. And one of our favorite bands was Anisoke. And so we approached them, and they were very enthusiastic, and so are we, because they're one of our favorite bands from that scene. And yeah, amazing guys who are very talented, and I think we're going to hear so much more from them. And they're already amazing because we love how they make melody lines in the heaviness and how they combine it. They're amazing guys, so I'm really happy with that collaboration.
And the art cover you're using on the single are also using on the official video music. Who created this art?
Well, it was actually created for the Aftermath, and the person you see on is actually the same as the face that we have for Resist. And so it developed a little bit through forwards, and the stage, I don't know if everybody really got that, but the stage we're playing at is actually in the womb of the person. So when you at a certain point of the Aftermath, we zoom in or zoom out, and then we are standing there, and then you see the person floating in the universe, and actually that's in the womb of something, a person, human, something.
And the 3 songs you've released since the album Resist are going to be part of a new album?
They're going to be a part of a new album. We haven't finished the album yet. We're writing in the moment, because this is something new for us. We decided this already before the pandemic, and the thing was that we wanted to, sometimes you feel like songs matter to you and you want to release them immediately instead of waiting 2 years and losing that magical moment. And you don't feel that connection anymore when you finally record the song. So we felt like we were going to write it, record it, release it without any album there yet, and just see how it goes and how people react to it. And we can give people more music, especially during this pandemic, which was a coincidence, and also a good way to stay in contact with fans.
That totally makes sense. I agree with you with that. Thank you for that. And
You're welcome.
There are also instrumental versions of the song available on streaming. Any particular reason for that? I enjoy that because when I try to learn how to play a song, I like to learn with instrumental version, but is there any other reason?
No, that's the reason. Most people also want to sing along without me singing it, or just playing it, and then they can have all these versions, which is, I think, creativity all the way. So it's nice for everyone to explore a little bit, and try things out, right?
And the Worlds Collide tour are finally going to happen in 2022?
I hope so. If there's nothing else crazy, we never thought this pandemic is going to happen, and we didn't think it was going to take this long, of course, although we had some kind of idea. But yeah, I hope so. Yes, we're ready. We've been ready for 2 years, more than 2 years. So bring it on.
Any chance you came to Brazil? Not only with World Collide tour, but with Temptation as well?
No, World Collide tour probably not. There are no plans at this moment. But, we first have to catch up for all the things that we didn't do 2 years ago. And then we have to see what time is left to do more, because we have to finish an album. At the end of next year, we hope to have a new one. And, of course, the tour. And then we have festivals. So if there's time left, we might. I don't know. I can't make promises, because otherwise people will only get disappointed. But of course, we're coming back to Brazil. I don't know when yet. That's the only thing.
And what do you remember from Brazil?
Passionate people that love music. They are intense. They're like, they don't come walking into a stage. They run to the stage and waiting for us at the airports with flags and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, but I love it.
And what do you know about Brazilian music? Anyone you enjoy?
Oh my God, I'm really bad at names, so that's really a tricky one for me. But I like, the more traditional music because it gives me that summer vibe. And of course, I know a Brazilian artist, but don't ask me any names because I'm so bad at it. I'm really.
That's okay. And what do you miss most about touring?
What I miss most is human contact. The of course the interaction and happiness on people's faces, enjoying music in the basic of what it is, just music, listening to music and doing it together. That human contact of being together in a crowd, that's magic.
I was watching yesterday a show of With Temptation on Wacken Festival. I say, oh my God, when it's gonna happen again?
Yeah. The day of tomorrow for us, but yeah, I hope for you guys it will come soon. I heard that you don't have any concert yet, so hopefully it will come soon for you guys as well. Because I was talking to someone before you, and she said we're now vaccinating people at the age of 30, and we are vaccinating actually people now who are 12. So we're a little bit ahead. But there are no concert here in the Netherlands either, and I have to go to Finland to do our show there. So it's. But I think when it goes down, because it's going down here as well now, finally, it will come eventually, of course. Of course, yeah. It needs to be, right?
We hope so.
Yeah.
And you had a beautiful voice. How do you take care of your voice?
I should take better care of my voice, but it's when I go on the road again, I start drinking my ginger tea and trying to not to shout too much or to raise my voice too much, just keep it more, to contain me, because when you have to do a show, it's a muscle, so you need to practice before you go on a show and warm it up. Otherwise you'll get injuries like anyone else who is doing top sports. If you play tennis, if you don't prepare yourself, you get all kinds of injuries, of course. So it's the same with the voice. It's not just another muscle.
And when did you notice that you have a beautiful voice and decide to do music for a living?
Well, I sang as soon as I could walk. I could sing as well. I was always. I lived in Indonesia for a certain while because my parents were expats, and they gave me a recorder and a microphone, and I was singing in front of the mirror and singing along to Boney M and Grease and Wars of the World of so it was music I got from my parents and I heard on the radio that I was singing along to, and I enjoyed myself very much. I think I was 4 or something, and I really enjoyed singing. And I was in the first band when I was 11 or 12 when I went to high school. More or less for you, high schools for us, the secondary school. It's at the age of 12 you go to secondary school, and I formed my first band when I went there in the first year. And 3 years later, I started going to a workshop called How to Be in a Band, and it was pretty spectacular for that time because it was actually not trying to learn the flute first or to read notes, which I hated because I just wanted to sing. I don't want to play flute or read notes. I just want to do what I feel and just throw it out of my voice out. And so anyway, so there was this workshop, How to Be in a Band. And this guy was amazing because if you wanted to play guitar, he teaches you guitar. If you wanted to sing, he learned you how to sing. And in the first time, I didn't dare to say that I wanted to sing because people would say like, oh, you just want to be in the limelight or something, but that wasn't it. I just love singing, and I'm actually a pretty shy person by nature, especially when I was younger. And so I said I wanted to play the keyboards, and then after a few weeks said we need somebody who can sing as well, and nobody wanted to. And I said, oh, I'll do it, I'll try. The security was going, yes, finally I can sing. And they said, and then they heard me sing. It's like, forget the keys. You're not gonna play keys. I had stickers on every key chord I had to play. It's like, okay, blue is there, okay, first, and then red, and terrible. I was terrible because I wasn't interested in playing keyboards. Afterwards, I'm really sad I never learned to play it well. So but I got to sing. That's why I'm here today doing what I do, I guess, in a way.
That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Nice talking with you.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And who knows? Hope to see you one day in Brazil, hopefully sooner than later. And take care.
Hope true. Thank you. Take care, you too. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
89, a Rádio Rock.